Have you wondered how to create $5,000 of cash flow per month with just one property? Or perhaps how to retire with just owning one property? Well, today in this episode, we're going to be talking to the owner of this building right behind us. How you doing? I'm Andre Angelkowski from Beach Investing. I'm here with Will Burgess. How are you?
Hey, Andre. Good.
From Realbond.ca. You are a multifamily investor.
Yes.
And we are standing behind a house, or in front of a house, or a property that you've purchased.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot of work to it. Please share with the viewers what you've done.
Okay. It started off, wasn't in the best state. We went in, 13 units in this building, and we were able to basically gut it, recondition it, have interior designers go through, change the feel, and really get to the top of market rents with beautiful units inside.
Can you share some of those before pictures?
Absolutely. We'll share some of the before and after pictures.
Yeah, because people really got to get a grasp of what it looked like before and what it looks like now to get an idea of what you do. Because what you do, in my opinion, is very unique and different to many other landlords and investors out there.
Yeah, a lot of people take properties at face value. We're looking for opportunities to do value add, and that helps for a number of different reasons. Gets us the right tenant profile, increases the overall value of the building, and it also helps with the cash flow.
So can you give us an idea of what the numbers look like before and then after?
So in this property here, the before numbers were basically $600 to $800 a month for rent. Let's say $600 for the one bedroom units and $800 for the two bedroom units. Now that it's been completely renovated, as of today, we're at $1,050 for the one bedroom units and $1,250 for the two bedroom units.
Okay, so you've pretty much almost doubled your rental income.
Yeah, so we've almost doubled the rental income, and it's been less than 2 years.
That's obviously, when you use the cap rates to reestablish your value, that's increased the value significantly.
Yeah, it's essentially more than doubled the value of the property. So we're able to go back to the bank and get more money from them because now the property can support more financing.
You know, we talk about the natural evolution of investors. You've given this great analogy of monopoly.
Yeah, it's my favorite analogy. Just about every 11, 12-year-old will understand it. And really, it doesn't have to be much harder than that. You're going from the little greenhouses to the big red hotels. You're getting the properties in those nice places, Park Place, Boardwalk, and you win the game.
Is that how you've done it?
There's a lot of eerie similarities because you find a good location, you know you're going to benefit from appreciation. You're going from the smaller houses at the beginning, which help you learn and grow. And then you get to the larger multifamily, so they're able to generate more rent and you're able to get better financing, and there's a number of benefits there.
So with this property, how much cash flow have you established?
$5,000 a month of positive cash flow on this property.
Have you been able to kind of, say to yourself, you know what, I can retire now?
Yes, so...
Not just with this property, or maybe a mixture of your other properties, because I know you've said you don't really want to retire, so I don't want to use retirement in
in that sense, it's like, I'm not about to go out on a beach and drink margaritas all day, because I'm just not wired that way. It wouldn't make much sense. In terms of retirement, yes, I'm financially free, so if I wanted to stop working, I could. That's a big thing, because then you have the freedom to say yes or no, I do or don't want to work, and you get to design your life the way you want to.
I love hearing that. A lot of people will be asking, how do I do it? Tell us about Realbond and how you've helped others do it.
Obviously a very common question because everyone wants to be financially free to some degree. Like having the option to stop whenever you want is great. So helping people to get there, that's where Realbond came to be. I had the conversation so many times, it only made sense to help others get there, help them navigate how to go from a single family home to a duplex, a triplex, all the way to a multiplex. So it's nice to know that you can work with somebody who's walked the path before.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your team.
The biggest part of this is forming the team. It takes time. You have to go through potentially a number of people to find the right team members, because even if they are proficient at what they do, they may not be the right fit for you personally. So obviously, investment realtor. So we've worked together and we find properties and we think in a very similar fashion. You start off there with someone who understands what an investment property is, how to analyze it. They can do the legwork and bring it to your attention. And then from there's an understanding of what's involved. We need the financing, so mortgage broker, legal structure to protect yourself, to set everything up correctly for taxes and so on. You've got your lawyer involved. You should have an accountant that understands how real estate fits into somebody's personal situation. You're also looking at the architect and builders if you want to do something with a building like this where you're going in. We also had interior designer, so it helps not to just swing a hammer blindly. You want to be able to make it look good when it's all done.
People say, a lot of people say you really win on the purchase, but I think in this property you did really well on the purchase, but I think you did even better when you and your property manager put your minds together and have created a ton more value.
Property manager can be one of the most undervalued team members.
Totally.
Because there's a lot of glamour up front when you're finding and buying the building and going through all of that. There's a lot of excitement there. Well, the reality is if you buy right and you have a long-term strategy, someone's got to operate that for 5, 10, 20 years. So the property manager, you need to know that he understands the market, he knows what he's doing, and if you work with him, they can actually help you, in terms of finding the optimum rent, finding places where we can reduce expenses, and we've even come up with some creative ways. The building back here has some electronic key fobs, so we're not talking about dialing in anymore. People have these keychains, they just flash at the door and the door opens. Going up to the apartments, we have electronic locks, so now you don't have to worry about a locksmith to rekey, or anytime there's turnover in the property, the codes are changed, and it's all done remotely. Even letting trades into an apartment in case of emergency, it's all done online.
Yeah, and that's more high-techy, and I know you're a techie kind of guy.
Yeah.
But that's very unique, and a lot of investors and landlords out there are not even considering that option, but you are. So that makes you stand out of the crowd, and tenants, prospective tenants and prospective buyers will remember that about you.
Yeah, so our
And it
properties
stands out.
are a little bit different because of those things,
And
right?
you do achieve higher rents and higher values because of those things.
Yes.
So you do stand out, and I definitely vouch for that, because I've seen it. I've seen the difference you make, not only with tenants' lives, but with future buyers who've bought in your properties, and with investors that invest with you. So I've seen you impact many people's lives, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Is there any last words that you'd like to say to your viewers?
If you like this video, of course, hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, you'll be the first to know whenever we do more informational videos about properties like this. Get in touch with us on Realbond.ca, so that's Realbond.ca.
Awesome. Well
Great.
done.
Thanks a lot.
Absolutely.